Okay, so here we go, the Typhoon Q500 4K. Wow, this is going to be quite impressive, I think. I'm hoping so. I bought this one direct from Yuneec, and well, I'm just going to do an unboxing one here, and then as soon as I can get it out on a flight, and I can assure you I will be out flying this thing. Really excited about this, as you probably gather. Just going to go through the whole unboxing thing as per usual, just see what we get, and then a list of everything that you should have in the box, and obviously if there's something missing you can get straight back onto them, sort of thing. And then on top of all that, as you just saw, you've got warnings, and again this is particular to the UK where I live and where I bought it for, and it would be different in different countries. And then you've got basically your warranty details and everything else, who to get hold of again. So I think it's great to supply all this, stick it all in one place for you. And then through the booklets you get quite a few booklets as well. So you've got a quick start guide, and really well laid out. The text isn't very big actually, it could do with being bigger, but then it's going to make it all a lot larger in size, but it's certainly very legible and goes through everything. I mean, for a quick start guide it's pretty comprehensive, I must admit, right the way along, and then back on the other side for your legal notices and everything. But that's very good. I'm impressed with that, and it's that sort of soft feel paper again, so it's sort of protected with a coating of some sort. And then another warning, it's lots and lots of warnings, sorry, it's just on the one side on this, when not to fly basically. Again, that's certainly applicable in the UK, and I would imagine it will just be different for different countries. And then you've got the LED status indicators, and that's on the back of the quad. You get a flashing or a solid light, and it basically tells you exactly what they are and how it's flashing. So there's a little graphics here of it, but there's also a description of it, and then that's actually what it's telling you as well, so that's quite handy. And then just how to calibrate the compass as well. So I like the fact this is all in the box with you, and it's all going to travel with you as well. And the last thing is the steady grip user manual. And this one opens up a little bit different to the others. Basically how you install your batteries and what it's going to do and everything, and how you put your phone on and everything. So there we go. Yeah, no, really comprehensive and really nicely laid out, and nice and clear as well. So impressed with all that. Wow, look at the size of those. They're massive. They're really big. I'll just go and get one off the... There we go, a CX21. So yeah, proportion wise that's a huge increase, isn't it? That's going to have a fair bit of lift. It's not the most aggressive quadcopter I've seen, but I really want it as a video platform. Again, we just carry on through. You've got 8 props, so you've got a spare set in there already. Back on the floor again, because I really can't get it all in anywhere else really. Let's just put that out of the way. And there it is, that's it. That's the beastie. Let's just get her out. Wow, that's a slick looking bit of kit, isn't it? Very nice. There we go, and carry on into the box. So it might be quite a lot of money, but it's you get a lot in your box. Okay, on to charging the batteries, and you get 2 of these. So you actually get 2 of these cables as well. Nice thing about all their cables is they've got these little notes on them of exactly what they are, little descriptions, so you can't possibly try and plug things in the wrong way. Once you get used to them, obviously these are probably going to wear and come off, but basically plug that into the bottom there, and then here's the actual charger included with it, and you get the mains adapter here as well. So just simply plug that into there and plug that into the front. It only goes around one way, and it is a balanced 3-cell charger, so that's good. Just into there. It's got a nice easy removable fuse there as well, so if that goes, quite easy to slide it out. And then you've got again I've got a UK plug, obviously being UK, I would imagine it's the same for every country. You'll just get the one that goes with your country. Plug that into the mains, and then the LEDs come up, the red one flashes, it tells you here exactly what's going to happen. Basically the red one keeps flashing. When it goes into balanced charging, they alternate red-green, and then when it's fully charged you just get the green one illuminated. So that's it. An interesting thing, you get the spare one with it. I don't know whether it's a spare or it's to be used the way I'm going to show you how I used it. But with my Sky RC one, the Pro one I've got, we'll just unplug this. Take that out. Pop this one into here. And then if you've got the XT60 adapter, oh actually I'll take that back out, it's got the D on this one here on the left, which is the positive one, and then just literally a circle there. So this will plug in no problem, and it goes around the one way, and then I can plug that into, and then plug that into there. There we go, and now I've got, basically I can run 2 chargers now, which is going to speed me up. So this is great, I can use it on any balanced 3-cell charger. Superb. The other useful thing about the charger is it's not only a mains charger, they actually give you a cigarette lighter or a car charger adapter, again all clearly marked up with these little labels, and you just simply plug that into the car, plug the other end into here, and then you can charge while you're on the road driving to your next location. Next is to install the battery. Only it says this side up, so it's quite simple, obviously that way up. It'll only go in one way anyway because of the connections, and then we just simply slide that into the battery bay area, and then you can feel it just sort of slide in. It doesn't click, but it slides in, and then if the battery door closes, you know you've installed it correctly. And there we go, there's a controller, which feels nice in your hand as well. It does, yeah. It's not heavy actually. I'm surprised because it's got a big screen on there, quite handy. No aerial sticking up or anything. Okay, to charge the transmitter, quite simple. You get a USB to micro USB cable included with it, and you also get a plug. I got the UK plug, obviously. America, I presume you get the American one. Simply plug that in, connect it up to the mains, and then just on the side here there's 2. That's the audio jack, can go into there, and then the micro USB is just there, so just literally plug that in. There we go, and then it shows you the battery charging, and then this flashes when it's charging, and when it's fully charged it just holds blue. Okay, with the transmitter you get a lanyard, which is not like normal one. So normal one would come out from a centre point, just with the straps attached. If you do that, you're going to cover up your screen. So I can't really show it here, but you get the idea. Basically, it's going to be like that. So what they've done, they've built in a metal bar that you pop on the same as you do with all of them, and then you can clearly see, once it's around your neck as well, you can clearly see the screen. No trouble at all. Found this really good actually. And it's so good, when you use the sunscreen, pop that on, and it just sits on with a couple of suction cups there, and that works really well as well. And same again with the lanyard. There we go. And I'm sure people are going to ask what the beeping are. It's when this gets back to centre, you get a beep off the transmitter. I'll do a separate video where I'll run through all the controls on the transmitter, because there's one heck of a lot on here. It's a lovely screen as well. And to be honest, I've been out in full sun, not had the screen with me, and you can still see the screen really well. So it's a very impressive piece of kit. I like it. Okay, so this is the little micro SD card you get. The nice thing is, on the SD card you've got the user manual. It's got a list here of exactly what you've got on it, and you basically take it out, and it's got a little carrier which converts it from a micro USB into the ordinary SD card. So just pop this into your computer, and then you get all of this come up. It's superb. There's a couple of videos on there as well that explain how you set up your quad and how to fly the quad everything is really well done. Then what you need to do is copy this over onto your computer and then save it onto perhaps an external hard drive or something or other, just so you've got it, and then format the card. After you've formatted it, take it back out of your computer and then remove the micro SD card. And then the other thing we must do is insert the micro SD card just into here. It's got a little graphics there of it showing what way around it goes, and this is the supplied one, which is only 16 gigabytes, so that's not going to give us a terrific amount of storage, but it's a good start, and it's a very fast one as well. It's a class 10, but it's a U3 one, so seriously quick to keep up with the 4K camera. And there we go, that's us. Now this one here is a USB adapter, so you download the upgraded firmware for your quadcopter itself. It's got a plug for that, and then there's an adapter, and you actually get a spare adapter as well that attaches to the gimbal, and then if you need to update the camera you can use the micro USB one as well. So all clearly marked again, really well done. And I did notice on this, I haven't updated the firmware yet because it hasn't needed it, to be honest, but there's a blue flashing light comes on here when it's communicating. When I do get to upgrade, obviously I'll make a little video of it. Now, not every quad comes with male grooming tweezers here. Very useful thing to have. Actually they're not, they're for getting the cable out, which is velcroed inside the back of the quad in the battery bay, and they're for getting the cable out for when you need to update the firmware actually on the quad itself. Okay, to get the cable out you just simply hook this over the cable and it pulls off a little bit of velcro, and then obviously you just connect up to that with your USB, that little adapter I was just showing you, and then when you finish with it you simply just pop it back in there, and the velcro just keeps it out the way of the battery when it's sliding in and out of the battery bay. Though I've taken the mickey out of them, they're really handy because I've tried to actually get my fingers in and you can't do it with your fingers, it's just too much of a reach, so they are really handy actually. On the camera itself it comes fitted with a UV filter, and you get a spare holder for it here just in case anything happens to it. It's quite it's strong, but it is very narrow, thin bit of plastic, and you get the instructions of how to do it. I mean, I am impressed with all their instructions. They're nice and clear, and easy to understand what's going on. And if you want to, if you've got bright sunny weather, you can there's a neutral density filter here which helps reduce the shutter speed down, which is good because then you stop getting that flicker off your props. If you can keep the shutter speed slower, you get less prop flicker, I've found. So that's good, and you get a little cleaning cloth as well. So, and you get this handy little wrench for tightening the props when you put them on and off. It just holds the motor. Pretty good little handy tool, that one. Okay, so to fit the propellers, they're very clearly marked, a B and an A, so you know which is which. I mean, obviously one rotates one way and one rotates the other way, but the other thing I quite like about these is it actually shows you what way to tighten them. Hopefully the camera will pick this up. Tighten them and loosen them, because obviously it's different for an A or a B propeller. One tightens clockwise, the other was anti-clockwise to tighten it. So you must take these off first of all. It warns you to, and also warns you not to put your hands on the propellers when they're spinning, which is good. Shows what direction the motor is going to go in, and also identifies it as an A, so make sure you get an A propeller for it. And then on here it goes counterclockwise basically to tighten it, and it tightens down onto this O-ring here, so it's got to grip it, which is quite nice, and means you can tighten it up properly. So just get it reasonably tight, and then use this tool that was again included, and you just drop that down to the bottom of the motor, so you're not going to strain the motor or trying to hold it and twist it and tighten it, and then you can just tighten that up so it just feels nice and tight there. Different video. And then the last thing in the box is okay, I've just simply inserted 8 NIMH batteries into here. It clearly warns you here that they must be rechargeable batteries, and then you just simply pop that in. Okay, to remove the camera and gimbal from the quad, you simply just press a little release button here on the cable and that pops out, and then there's a little button here on the front that you press and just slide that forward, and that takes the whole unit out in one. Okay, and you just basically do the reverse obviously to fit it onto here, so just simply get it lined up, slide it back, and it clicks into position, and this locks it in position so it's not going to go anywhere, and then you just simply plug the connection back in, and there we are. Okay, just going to fire up the steady grip. As you can see, you just turn on at the back here, and as you can see it's all working, and then you simply just go to the app, and then it will tell you that it's connected to this, to the actual camera, sorry, and the gimbal, and there we go. And it is very smooth. Well, obviously you've got a 3-axis gimbal there, but the nice thing about this is you've got a little thumb dial at the back that you can control it. Yeah, really nice. I've just done it on the tablet just so you can see it is a bit bigger, but it also works on a phone, and if you're going to use something small like the phone, you can pop it on there, and then you're ready to go. So a nice little bit of kit. Another good thing I've noticed about the 3-axis gimbal is that if the quad happens to go inverted, or sort of past 90 degrees really, I think, the motors disengage. So it's not straining and trying to get it back up the right way or anything, which would obviously be impossible like this. So in a crash situation, the gimbal would basically turn itself off. As soon as it rights back up again, it all goes back and the motors re-engage and off it goes again. You get a couple of keys as well to lock up your prized possession. To be honest, I don't think it's going to stop anyone nicking it, because I think they'll just pick up the flight case and run with it, because by the time you've opened the flight case and then nicked the quad and the transmitter, you'd definitely be easier taking the whole thing. But they're in there anyway.